This is a peach bracelet. Please join the fight against endometrial cancer. Thank you. This movie gets 3.5 bananas out of 5 according to the NoMoreStinkyMonkeys.com website. When I find an actor or actress I really like, usually a face I've never seen before, I often do a search on Netflix to find out everything they've ever made. I'll rent a couple of their old chestnuts, and usually that makes a difference between me becoming a serious fan or not. Linda Cardellini from Scooby-Doo is one of these actresses. She played Velma in that film. She did such a great job in such a crappy movie that I had to learn more about her. That's where I discovered her in Freaks and Geeks and then Grandma's House. Now she's a big star in ER. LolliLove is another film she made an appearance in. But what intrigued me more about it than Linda was that Pam from The Office was the writer and director. Pam, played by Jenna Fischer, is the very sarcastic yet very sweet receptionist on The Office. And like Cardellini, I never saw her in anything before that. But Fisher might be an even bigger talent than Cardellini. She's married to James Gunn, the writer of the new Dawn of the Dead and Slither, and he's a talent to watch on his own. In this film, LolliLove, they play a fictitious celebrity couple named James and Jenna Gunn. Well, celebrity might be putting it strongly. They are on the periphery of the film business and hope to be celebrities, and think their ticket in is to get a charitable foundation started with them as the chairman and spokespersons. But what charitable work will benefit the most people, and most importantly, them? The film is made in the classic mockumentary style that Spinal Tap started and the people who made Best in Show perfected. Cameras are allowed in the star's home for full access as they explain their philosophy on the project and life in general. Jenna knows that if this charity takes off, she will get to meet interesting people like Jason Priestley. And Gunn wants to use his dubious art to help people. After going through a big list of possible charities, they focus on the homeless. Because after all, they are not really useless. And what will they do to help them? Give them lollipops with Gunn's art and messages that will increase their self-esteem. It sounds sort of noble, but a bit unproductive. They need startup money of $250,000 to get the lollipop thing in motion. In a cameo role, Linda Cardellini, playing herself as a potential donor, says why not just give the homeless the $250,000 rather than wasting it on lollipops. But after causing Jenna to cry, Jenna reveals that maybe Linda just doesn't understand the bigger picture. When they go the corporate sponsor route, the movie goes into high gear as far as the comedy goes. Shallow people coming up with shallow ideas, selling them to shallow corporate executives, and nothing really being done for the victims they are supposedly trying to help. The movie only lasts 1 hour and 5 minutes and cost only $1,500 to make. It is the most independent kind of filmmaking, which gives it that punk rock feel I often yearn for. This is a comedy made on the cheap by a group of friends, but still very funny, and even funnier when they go off script. I never do this, but since this movie was so short, I watched the making of documentary on the DVD, and that was almost entertaining as the film. Struggles the real Jenna Fischer goes through to have her husband not talk about anal sex is hysterical. For no other reason than she just doesn't want her parents to have to hear or think about her having anal sex. And Gunn doesn't act much, but he should. His comic timing is priceless, as when he questions whether the Holocaust didn't serve a purpose, when you think of how many filmmakers won Oscars in Holocaust movies. As with any of these documentaries, it always impresses you that actors don't stop laughing during the question and answer periods. Finally, the use of real homeless people in the film seems offensive to some viewers, but I think it sells the point of using the plight of the homeless to further your own ego. Remember, as the Lollipop says, you matter, from the Predator.